Good morning. It's a bit earlier today. I'm going in early because the treasuries are sort of bidding throughout the session and they're pulling bunds with them. Interestingly, Fed speakers were talk about tapering, so that's a slight change in voice from the Fed. Other than that, we've got bond auction this morning. We've also got an Italian auction as well, so there might be some selling. So if these markets open out of value, there could be a trade there, so that's what we're going in for. Other than that, it was a good Euro session today on the way in, so looks like we're ready for the day. All right, see you at the office. So my idea of trading an extended bund didn't play out. The market did trade up last night, but then it came back from the early morning open, and so there was no trap positioning overnight. Oh, and how can I forget, also Panetta came out with some really dovish comments as well. The bund weekly profiles, we can see up here from the NFP week that we've got this responsive seller, passive seller kind of shape. The week after has this poor high. It's kind of like there were no initiative buys. Then we've got this low volume node in here. So maybe if this market can come up here fast enough, take this out, it should find a resistance in here where these sellers were, and then could get sucked back to balance in there. So if we get a fast bid through, maybe we look for a bit of an exhaustion, a bit of an end of that move, and then see if we can play the move back, just kind of cave fill that zone. Hey, so out for a little bit of a run for lunch. I'm actually just moving flat and I've got to go pick up the keys, so I'm going to try and use this, get a bit of exercise in as well. Some other cool news for today. It's my age group for the vaccine, so I've just booked. I think I'm Saturday the 12th of June, so not too far away. Other cool news is I grabbed a few tickets to Fabric's 42-hour reopening weekend, so we get to go have some fun. It'd be nice to have a bit of a blowout. Don't often do that. Alright, catch you back at the office later. Okay, so my second bund idea didn't play out either. The market just never set it up. Sometimes if you want to make a fade, the market's got to go somewhere too fast, and that kind of gives it this overextension and then this reason to then pull back, which we didn't get. So anyway, the environment that we're in right now, actually, in the sort of layout of the markets, isn't really conducive to easy trades. I'm sort of struggling now to put together some quality ideas. What we'll do now is we'll go through the markets and we'll try and think about what information's there, and then by having that in our mind, hopefully as we get more and more information as the week progresses, then we can put together something. Okay, so let's start with the SPO. This is the SPO daily, and you can see the market's traded down here, had a rejection, had another rejection. It's got this kind of ledge here, so a bit of time above here is needed to break higher, at least to break and sustain, and if it fails here, then maybe it comes down and options in here. Now, to add a bit more color to that, this is the weekly cash profiles, and so up here, this is the area that we're auctioning now, and if we can hold up here and develop a bit more time, we can break. You can see right now we've got a really condensed, compacted week that's quite balanced, buying tail, selling tail. If we fail up here, then potentially the market comes back down here and auctions out this area. You can see there that there's a gap, and there really hasn't been sort of any, kind of condensed auction development in here. So yeah, that's definitely a place where the market could end up. Okay, so let's have a look at the bund now. So this top line up here is the 2020 yield high. The market traded above and it's now failed squeezing. If we go over here to the cash profiles, we can see that there was a passive seller up here. There was this poor high, but the squeeze today, which has brought us from sort of here up to here, has now resolved that. Down at the lows, there's quite blocky, ugly structure, but it's not really in play. As the markets come over here and we've had the really dovish ECB comments, the market's now really trading this zone up in here. We need a little bit more information now before we can structure something concrete.